All right, guys and gals, December 31st. It's about 5:20 p.m. A very happy, merry New Year's. Happy New Year's to you. Of course, it's New Year's Eve. Kind of been AWOL here for a solid week, if I'm not mistaken. The last video I put up was a Merry Christmas. That was not intended. If you haven't been able to tell already, I'm sicker than a gut shot dog. And I have been for quite a while. Took a couple days to myself there, Christmas and the day after, just to recollect and this, that, the other thing. I'll be honest with you, I kind of did the absolute bare minimum around the farm. Just family, friends, and all that other stuff. And then I ended up getting sick. 2 days ago, I came on the down slope. And the following morning I woke up, I was twice as bad. I've been hearing a lot of those rumors going around too with that kind of a sickness. I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. But there's no room to stop. You have to keep going. And I should have started this video 20 minutes ago because it's about to get dark. We're going to do what we can. I'm going to show you what we've been doing, what I've been doing in the meantime. And that's all about transferring calves, weaning off calves, and stuff that should have been done 5 or 6 weeks ago. Trust me, it's already on my 2020 calendar, the second week of November, weaning in big bold letters. Don't forget last year, you know what I mean? All right, folks, let's start here. Obviously, we're inside the barn here, Mr. Obvious here tonight. All right, we've got all 6 bulls. All 6 bulls right here. I got to be honest with you, I'm no cattleman. This is one of my favorite right here. I really like his size, his condition, everything else, and even his temperament. 3005, we'll keep good tabs on him. Now, if you do pay attention to the videos, 3002 had the devil in his blood. And I spoke my piece on that. Now, I forget what I told you on that last video, but my goal was to just go ahead and take care of him, pure and simple. You make that make sense. I've decided not to. He is going to be taken care of by the vet. He's going to be castrated, but getting rid of him altogether, I'm not going to do. He has calmed down significantly. His attitude's completely different. But what doesn't matter is him continuing to be a bull. That's gone. He's going to be a steer here in no time at all. So anyway, long story short, we got all 6 bulls here. We're going to see how things go. For right now, this is their home until I figure something else out. There are some things in the mix coming up here, but we'll just see what happens. We got a lot to cover here. Okay. All right. You're about to witness some smaller calves that have been picked out individually within the barn. These 2 pens here, and there's a pen down there that we're going to take care of. This little guy here, my little buddy, 2012, he's been in here for about a week or so here now, not even. These 2 young heifers have just joined him as of today. We went after a weaning here at about 1 o'clock. We got a good handful of them. So they're new, they're a little agitated. They're not bawling yet, but they're about to tomorrow morning. Then they're just going to absolutely scream at me. Okay, this pen here, this is another pen of 3 smaller calves. Calves that could use just a little bit of help. Keep them kind of out of the weather a little bit. A good grain ration. And just a little TLC. So, and that's the reason that these are in here as well. They're a little smaller. They need some help. We've been lucky with some very good temperatures here lately that actually produced some BS as well, though. We had 36 hours straight of rain, absolute disgusting out there, followed by 9 inches of snow last night, which really helps the sickness working in that all day long. Tomorrow morning the games are over. It's going to be about 8 or 9 degrees. So therefore, this has been stowed away for almost a week, folks. This is back and ready to go for tomorrow morning. When I come out here, I'm going to turn that on. There's a reason why this big hose is sitting here. I'll explain that to you in a little bit. All right, this is a pen of 3 animals that could use a little bit of help as well. They just got moved in here this afternoon, and it's 3 heifers, and they're not too happy, but that's the way it goes on the first day, and even second, third, and fourth. After that, they start getting acclimated to things. You need to understand these have just been weaned off from their mother, so I think we can all understand their disappointment. So they're going to be okay. Just kind of treat them calmly, treat them good, and good grain ration, and they'll be okay. If everybody knows, behind that door is the Holstein steers, but this is all about the beef calves here. So basically, the barn has now been closed up tightly. This barn will not be open again this winter. All pens are accounted for. Now the calves aren't done. I still got 8 or 9 calves out there that have to be weaned. But they're of acceptable size. Man, that's starting to hurt really bad. To where they're going to go straight out to the lot. So now let's go take a look at the lot. Oh, by the way, yeah, cross your fingers for me. I can't tell you the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gallons that have already been drained out of the gutter system. And that comes from the 36 hours of rain that we had. I joke you not. It was horrible. Before my evening's done here, I will be draining this again, which is just quite simply a common person's little pump here, a little small sump pump, and that's it. It actually does a pretty good job. I'll probably end up leaving it run for about a half hour or so and everything else, and then, you know, of course, the biggest concern here with freeze-ups coming, it's actually starting now, it's 24 now, is this gutter freezing. That can't happen, and it won't happen. All's well. Let's get going here before it gets too dark. Bear with me here, I'm sick. I don't mean to be rude. Everybody knows how it is. Oh. Okay. This is a group of heifers and steers here. They were weaned off, let's just say about 5 days ago or better, 5-6 days ago. They were confined to what I'm going to show you in just a little bit. Now they're still bawling, but they were confined for about 4 solid days until it was time to open up the gate and let them roam free. I do make damn sure that the cows on the other side, we'll take a look at that too, cannot get on the other side of the gate. I don't want them to be able to see each other. Now they can hear each other, and you're about to hear a lot of bellowing, but out of sight, out of mind, kind of. They're getting along real good. They're on their grain now and doing real good on it, and they're on some alfalfa baleage, and they're getting along real good. They're doing okay. Okay. Another part of today here was 4 other calves of suitable size were put in what I call the overflow pen, but it's also open to the rest of it. And folks, this is the product of all that rain we got. This was an entire pool that I can't do anything about. They do have some nice dry hilly areas over in here though to bed down on, so it's okay. They got some good hay here to munch on. They do have a small grain ration. They got their first ration of grain just this evening, no more than 30 minutes ago. And of course some water, which is what that big long hose hanging up is for. It's to run all the way from the milk house over into here for water source. It's just the way it is. What else are you gonna do? Oh. All right, now the other day here when I opened up the pen for the calves that you just seen here in the lot, they needed water. Let me tell you, I got lucky, folks. When we got that sub-zero weather about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we ended up putting that tub over this automatic water. Well, then we ended up getting a whole bunch of mild weather. I mean, beautiful weather. Hell, we hit 44 a couple of times. I never took the tub off, the automatic water. What that did is it basically kept the cold in there. About had a disaster. The other morning, of course, I took the tub off and inspected the water, frozen solid. Come on now. So I ended up tearing apart the whole darn thing. The top 3 or 4 inches, solid ice. And then where I got real lucky, I got that all out of there. You gotta be careful with those float systems. A lot of balling. The top 3-4 inches of the water line was frozen. Of course, I didn't know it was just that, so I took a gamble. Really? And did the old hot, scalding hot washcloths wrapped around the line. I'll admit it, I was about to give up and just declare a problem. It was about 10 minutes later, I let free and got real lucky. Okay, you're looking at some very angry, agitated girls here. I lied to you a little bit. They actually can see each other. You see the cows and heifers here, and of course you can see that corner there. I was real concerned the other morning that I was going to have a disaster through that, through those lines. It didn't happen. I don't figure it's going to now, but of course I say that. The one thing I don't want, and I've got it all closed up, I don't want them on this side, which of course I call the cow lot, to where they can all see each other and all that other stuff right there on those, you know, that 4-line fence, which is nothing. So yeah, we got a pretty angry beef herd here. Most of them have calmed down, but of course 9 of them, weaned off 9 calves here today. 9 of them are fit to be tied. But it's the same every year, just it's part of life, it's part of it. The dramatic difference in feed or lack thereof is unbelievable now with a lot of these calves being weaned off. Of course, a lot of it comes from stress. Normally all these moms right here would be eating, but they're not. They're peed off. It'll even itself out at some point here, but just a dramatic difference in the amount of feed having to be fed out or lack thereof. Tomorrow morning I will be coming down on corn silage. Not significantly, but I'll be coming down on it. Cattle are doing good. Yeah, this was a whole different story yesterday. Late morning here, it was just an absolute mess. To be honest with you, I think the snow was a good thing. But, you know, we never got our ground freezing. We got old man winter before we got a proper ground freezing. Therefore, that's why the barn's flooding. My basement, I mean, the sump pump's going off about every 15 minutes. Part of it, you just got to deal with it, but it makes everything a little bit harder, but they never said it was going to be easy. Some people got it easy, but those of us who work for a living, it's not so easy. It's all right. Ball ain't gonna get you nowhere. All right. I quite simply hook up to the small stock trailer with the tractor. I literally put a 2 5/16 ball on the hitch, hook up to that. That's what's used to do the weaning. We collect a certain amount within the corral system, kick all the big ones out, run them through the chute, and you know, it could be a lot easier, but this system we have, and we kind of got it down to a science. It works out if you're prepared for what's next. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know. All I did was disrupt them is what we did. Folks, that's it. I'm spent. I do got to drain the gutters here. It's New Year's Eve. I'm probably loading up on cold medicine. I do believe I'm heading out tonight, though, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm a proper idiot. I won't make New Year's, though. I'm going to a local establishment for maybe about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Shake some hands, say Happy New Year's. Just be a little social. I can guarantee I'll be in bed by about 10:30, though. I got another long day tomorrow. Just some upkeep. I got to do some bale chasing. And the list goes on and on. But sorry for the absence. I really am. I think we all know how that works. I did have a proper goal here, folks, to produce you some nice videos, you know, at least once a day here the 2 weeks I'm home. I kind of failed you in that, but I know you understand. But we'll see what else we can come up with. There's some doings going on tomorrow, so the possibility of doing any weaning is out the picture. The following day, I believe, is an absolute must, though. So, yeah. And I got to tell you, I had a goal of keeping back 12 heifers. We're going to see how things go. You know, now that weaning's taking place, there's been a lot more careful look-sees going on, so to speak. And I got to tell you, we'll base it on, you know, condition and growth. Come, you know, March, late March, and going into April when the feeder calf sales are going on. But right now, I got to tell you, it's probably I'm probably keeping back more than 12 of them. We'll see what happens. All right, now I'm just rambling on. Everybody's sick and tired of me coughing. I think it's time for a hot toddy. Big Happy New Year's to everybody. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk to you sooner and later.